Hello, today is March 15th, 44 BCE, and this is the Acta Diurna, bringing you the daily news of Rome since 131 BCE. I'm Lucius Faustus Vedius Danicus Julianus Acilius Spendius Publius Prisca Tertius Menenius Senopianus, Nonus Cordius Maecius Maximus Tucianus Decimus Popedius Lucianus Vel Lucius Crispus Tiberius Caedicius Bucio Prosculius Sulpicius Prius. Here with the news. Our sports team report is in. Today, a single gladiator went against an elephant, 2 lions, 5 eagles, and 3 bears, all while he was crucified for 2 hours, after, of course, he was starved for a day or two. His body was unable to be recovered after the incident as he had turned the sands of the amphitheater red. Of course, he stole a loaf of bread, so it was completely justified. Additionally, a naval battle is scheduled for Friday, featuring 2 warships going at it. You can't miss it. Tickets are 1 denarius each, 1/2 for children and the elderly. And, of course, most of you watching this are going to be too busy working to go see it, but, it helps. That civil war between Pompey and Caesar ended just a few short years ago, and things haven't looked better. The Ides of March have arrived, and it's a beautiful day in Rome, with the augurs predicting the weather with sunny skies and a high of 70 degrees. It's a bit early for this time of year, am I right? This, of course, is despite the strange weather patterns that we've been experiencing, including strange storms and dead people walking at night. That isn't technically part of the weather, but I'm in charge of the news, so I get to do whatever I want. Now for a short commercial break.
Hey Lucius, I've been getting confused on your days of the week again, and never know what day it is. Well now, look no further than the new calendar. This new calendar tells you exactly what day and exactly what month it is. Never get confused again. With this, you can always be sure not to miss the next gladiator fight whenever they happen.
Continuing on, here's our daily patriotism segment, where we go back into the history of this great republic and list things that make us sound good and pad for time. Here we go. Over 100 years ago, we defeated the Carthaginians after making their having an army illegal, laid siege to their city, cutting off all food and supplies to the city, killing thousands and thousands of people, and systematically burned the entire city and enslaved over 50,000 remaining men, women, and children. I love my country. Almost as much as I love those gladiator games. Breaking news. Julius Caesar has been stabbed at the Capitol. We're getting reports that this was done by high-ranking public officials and some of Caesar's very friends. After this commercial break, we're going to get back to you with some exclusive interviews with friends, family, and the assassins.
Are you too busy doing more important work to clean your house? Or even just tidy up a little bit? Well, I have a solution for you. Hire some workers to do your chores for you. You tell them when and what to do, and consider it done. You can house them over at your place, or send them right back to me, and I'll make sure they're ready for you the very next day. Where were you at the time of Caesar's death?
I was hilt deep in his stomach because I stabbed him with a knife.
Me and Brutus were together, and we stabbed Caesar.
I was just at home, waiting for my dear husband Brutus to come back home to me.
I was just waiting outside the Capitol to see what happened to Caesar after I warned him about the Ides of March. I was crying outside because I knew Caesar was gonna die.
Alright, goodbye.
I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't do this.
I was with Trebonius. I didn't know. I would have been here. I would have been there to save him.
What was your initial reaction to hearing the news?
I was sad for my friend, but because I loved him very much. But I loved Rome more, and I'm sure Cassius agrees.
Man, there was some deep red blood everywhere. His corpse was on the ground, and it looked like a gutted deer.
I told him so. He didn't listen. It's his fault if you ask me. I was surprised by what happened, but I didn't really know what to do. I had to either please my dead friend and probably die, or please his killers and live. It was a tough situation.
I still am in shock of what happened.
I expected it. I mean, there's nothing I could really do at that point.
What was your relationship with Caesar before his death?
Caesar was one of my best friends, and I believe that he was one of the best men of Rome.
He was the one man in Rome who had more power than me, which is something I could not tolerate.
I looked up to him as a leader and a ruler. Everyone did at some point.
He was my husband, whom I loved very much, of course. He wasn't the most faithful of lovers, but ultimately that didn't matter to me.
He was my best friend and my mentor, who I could always trust and seek help when I needed it.
Why did you feel the need to go and kill Caesar?
Well, I really didn't want to, but he wasn't fit to rule Great Rome. He was going to make Rome fail. We had to do this because no one else would have. We saved our country from an evil ruler. Caesar was my friend, and it was a hard thing to do, but it was necessary.
Caesar had too much power, an unnecessary amount. I wanted some, and I wanted to save Rome from a terrible dictator. So, you know, I could be a dictator. Oh man, you should have seen all the blood coming out of him on all of his stab wounds when he fell over, and it was a huge puddle of more blood. And the best part, he landed right in front of Pompey's statue. Hey, are you tired of people trying to get into your house when you aren't there, or even sleeping? Have window pane installed today. You can eat your meals with the nice, bright sunshine coming through while you watch the children play outside, and whenever you need them again, just call them back in. Now that Caesar is dead, what are you going to do?
I, along with my fellow council members, shall rule Rome the right way. Make Rome great again.
Caesar was only the first step, and that's all I should tell you. But zooming.
Two.
Wait.
I don't know. God, I don't know. It's all up to Brutus now. The die has been cast.
Okay,
What else can I do? I'm just gonna cry my eyes out.
I'm going to try to spur a mutiny amongst the people to overthrow those honorable men.
Caesar, what are your thoughts on this? Very interesting.
I mean,
Thank you.
he's dead, so we can't really do a lot with him.
Alright, thank you, Caesar.
Thanks, Caesar.